live. Welcome to Ebony, Ivy, and Time. This is lunchtime with Leona, and I'm so glad to have you here today. We are going to be creating my Serene Summer Oasis. What better time can you have than to be outside and enjoying all the beauty? And if you listen in the background, you can hear the birds chirping, sounds of the area, and it's just a good time. So I brought you to lunchtime. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're also going to prepare lunch before we leave today. And so I'm excited. I've had a lot that I've been running back and forth trying to make sure that I had everything out here. As you can see, my table is full. And because I had plans for you guys to keep you, I guess, entertained and full of good ideas of things that we can do right here on our summer porch. Hello, hello. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and it's going to be fun. So I'm going to give you a few tips along the way of some of the things that I either did or I thought about. So I've got notes as we go. And I also, like I said, I have food because we're going to be preparing. Now, I went to the store the other day, and hopefully you can hear me. I'll try to stay as close as possible. Try not to make you dizzy by moving around too much, but I wanted you to think about the fact that as we're going in and out of our stores, and whether it's the bargain locations, Goodwill, wherever it may be on the lookout, because you're able to find all kinds of goodies that you can use right here on your summer porch. And so when I was shopping, I'm doing the lemon thing. So I found this pillow. It says Home Sweet Home. And it's just a little pillow that we can tuck onto or into our layout. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to turn you around because I have a pile of pillows that, see all those? They need a home. And you'll notice that when you look at these, they have a very similar pattern to one of the napkins. Remember the other week we were talking about napkins? And it has a very similar pattern to what we were doing. So these are going to be going over here on the chair. So I'm going to get them over there with you right here. So let's get this done. I'm going to put these in place, making sure I turn them the right way. Get them in place. And I actually found these at Walmart. I'm telling you, what a great price. And it picked up the colors that I wanted. And so that was a good thing. So but the problem was they only had two. So they had two of these, and then they had two of just the little pads. So what I'm going to do is that I have rockers, and I actually have 4 rockers and then 4 barrel chairs. So I split them up between inside and outside. So these colors we're going to be using inside. And let me get those in place. And I put a little tablecloth on the table for our lunch together today. So here are the barrel pads that just kind of go in the middle. They're very pretty and very colorful. So we're going to place them in the barrels. And that gives us some options. Now, I'm going to bring you a little closer. Now, pillows there. And we have to have these home sweet homes somewhere. So, being the pillow girl that I am, I think my little home sweet home is going to go there. And I may even put one here with the big yellow. I think that's what I'll do. I'll put them on the chairs where they go, and it won't overindulge in one place. Now, I'm going to take you with me, and we're going to get a little closer. I was trying to decide, okay, what are we going to do on the table? And because of the lemon theme, I thought, well, I'll show you a couple of things, but I don't think this is going to actually end up how our lunch is going to look. Now, I'm starting with, I found this yellow lemon tablecloth. It is vinyl, and so it's easy to wash. I can wash it by hand, or I can even throw it in a gentle wash in the washer. And so while I like it, and it certainly picks up the colors of the pillow, but I wanted to make sure that it didn't overdo. So I think we'll leave it for today since it's already there. I also found, I think I got these at Pier 1 maybe, when Pier 1 was still, a standalone store, these leaves. And I thought, okay, we need leaves. A white charger is always a good thing. And then I had to think about what kind of plates did I want. Well, I didn't want to go with white. And so I'm going to pick up one of the colors that's in the pillow. So I'm picking up that, you look at the pillow and look at the blue, the turquoise, teal, whatever we want to call it. We're going to pick that up. And it's going to be pretty colorful. Now, to be honest with you, I'm hoping that the colors aren't going to be too wild. Now, if you remember last week, we put this little centerpiece together that had the lemons and the limes around it. And I'm going to keep that right here because it's really a good place for the plant. And it's a good place to be able to put our centerpiece. So I've got my napkins in place. Lunchtime's going to be fun. We got a lot going on today. And I have bowls that are going to go in place. But I'm leaning over at that table we were looking at that is somewhat of a, there we go. That's a better shot right there. All right, so we can put our bowls here because we're going to need those. And I'm setting it up for 2. I need my knife and fork. So we've got those in place. Okay, have our glasses. And I have ice for the glass. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to take a shortcut with that. And I'm kind of dip that right down in there and fill that glass up. And then whatever beverage, the big I want to like, we can have that. Got a little bit more, so you can get that in. Since we are really outside, and it's about 80 degrees here, so it's going to be a little toasty. All right, so we've got our water glasses ready, and I think what I'll do is to bring you over. Hello, hello, hello to all. I've got quite a few here, and I'll bring you in closer because we're going to do our preparation right here at the table. I've got a bag for trash. I have my notes, and I told you I was running back and forth, got the computer, and I wanted to make sure that today was a bit special. So we're going to be doing a little cooking, not cooking, but we're going to do lunchtime preparation. Let's put it that way. Lunchtime preparation. So let me get you just right. And we're going to be working. Now, I think I have everything here. We usually eat pretty light for lunch. And so I have the fixing for a salad. So we've got, this is green leaf lettuce that I've cleaned and cut. So we're going to have that ready. Let me bring you up just a little bit. Okay. All right, that's better. Got green leaf lettuce. And on that, I'm going to add some cucumbers. Because you know, cucumbers are coming in at this point. I'm going to sprinkle in some cucumbers over our salad. There we go. And let's see. We got cucumbers. We've got, let's see, our eggs are going to go in there. I have some red onions. Okay, so we're going to put red onions in because, you know, you want onions, or I like onions anyway, in my salad. And I've cut them very thin. And so in a little while, when we start to toss this, you're going to be able to see the red onions. I'm going to put a few more in just because the big guy likes a lot of onions. Ooh, making a mess here. Now, so we got our red onions, got our cucumbers, and I have some little cherry tomatoes because I had been out to the market and had gotten some really beautiful tomatoes at the farmer's market, but unfortunately, the big guy ate them all up. So last night I went in there to prep for today, and I said, honey, where are the tomatoes? And he said, oh, I ate those. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle in our tomatoes, and we're going to give this a nice toss. You know, salads are so nutritious, and you know, it's nice when you have a summer oasis where you can come outside and it's not about having to really work if you want to come outside, but this is a place where you can just kick back. I have my computer here, I have music out here, and I can very nicely come out and really almost spend the day. Hello. So we're going to finish up our salad. Now that's the main part of the salad that we put together just that quick for lunch. Nice and colorful with our green leaf lettuce, simple with tomatoes and cucumbers and some red onion, ready to go. This part is ready, nice and quick for lunch. Now, we need a protein, or I always like serving a protein at lunchtime. And my go-to lunch is having tuna. I love tuna. And, you know, tuna is nutritious. It has those omega-3s. And we can put that all together. So I have I'm using a white albacore tuna that is gives you nice chunky pieces. When you open it, it doesn't. Sometimes the tuna It's just a little too broken up when you get it. You want it to break up a little bit, but not so much that it looks like cat food. We don't want that. So I'm going to add, oops, I started here. I'm going to add some onion. All right, we've got our onion. I'm going to give it a toss. Okay, I've got some pickle relish. Now, if you like, you can certainly add celery, but along with those tomatoes that the big guy ate last night, it was also the celery. So, needless to say, we didn't get any celery for the tuna. So, I've got my pickle relish, and you know how much pickle relish you decide to put in your tuna is really up to you, as to what your preferences are, how much relish you like, and you may like dill relish versus sweet relish. I like that also. I'm going to add just a little bit. I tried to pre-measure just about everything, so we can move along very quickly. So we'll get back to that summer oasis while I'm doing the mixing. And before I go, let me say this is our mayonnaise. Now, we're going to put in mayonnaise and get this stirred up. Now, let's talk about our oasis and what your plans are. If you haven't set up your porch or your yard or your deck, whatever it may be, here's some tips. First of all, you want to have a plan. You want to decide where you're going to put your furniture, where it's most convenient so that you're not constantly moving it around. And you want to have comfortable furniture. You know, you don't want furniture, if you're selecting furniture, you want to think about the fact that you're purchasing it. Is this, first of all, furniture that is going to last? Now, I happen to have wrought iron furniture. This wrought iron furniture is 30 years old. And when it starts to look a little worn, the paint can comes out, the spray paint. And then that way I can spray paint it, refresh it. It looks just like new. And of course I have to put a primer on it, but it looks just like new. And I can reuse it. And that goes for all the pieces on the porch. Now, I can tell you within those 30 years that I have changed the cushions. And I probably do that every 10 or 12 years, unless something happens that gets them really, really soiled. My smaller cushions I can wash. And so seating is crucial. All right. Now, the only thing I haven't put in, now we like deviled eggs, not deviled eggs. We do like deviled eggs, but I like eggs in my salad, in my tuna salad. And, you know, if you don't want eggs in the salad, then you can certainly think about putting the eggs on the salad, the green portion of the salad, so that if you have someone in your family who may not be fond of eggs, then that gives you options. But here, I'm good. So I'm going to add some eggs into the salad. There we go. All right, so like I said, seating is very, very important. And plus, too, you want your seating to be inviting so that when your guests come to your house, you know, they see the seating. I can tell you, I've gone to a couple of places. And to be honest with you, and this is not being ugly, this is just being honest, I did not want to sit down. I'll tell you why. Number one, it didn't look clean. And when you have on clothes, whether they're play clothes or dress clothes, you still want a clean place. So cleanliness is something that we have to stay on top of with your outdoor oasis. All right, so we've got eggs in our salad, and our tuna portion is ready. All right, so when we finish talking about our porch, our oasis, then we'll work on the rest. Now I'm going to cut this lemon, and I'm going to take just a little bit of it and I'm going to sprinkle it over the tuna, just to give it a little fresh lift. And if you really like it, you can even put it over your green salad. And you notice I turn it up so that the seeds will stay in the lemon, but the juice goes where it's supposed to. Okay, so lemon, check, done. And you notice I have a little container here that I've been able to keep all of my goodies in, so that when it's time to clean up is quick. And you know, the nice thing about being outdoors is that you have the option. You can decide, you know, you can certainly go elegant outside. There's no doubt about that. But when you have grandchildren or children, you want them to feel comfortable. And now if I have a crowd over 10, then I'm using paper. And I'm going to find the prettiest paper plates, nice and heavy, that I can use. But if it's less than 10, then I'm going to actually use plates and glasses and those kind of things for the setup. But let's face it, you're thinking about the cleanup. You're thinking about how many things that you can throw into the dishwasher. And all of those things are important. So we have lunch prepared that we've done right here today. All right, we've got that going. And we're going to come over here and we're going to talk. All right, let's come over to the table. And I'm going to bring you down so I'm not straining my neck to have a conversation. Okay? Yeah. Let me turn you around. Okay, we're good to go. You know, sometimes we have to adjust. And today we do. All right. Now, we're ready. So you think about seating. Seating is important. Now, with some patio sets that you purchase, you might actually have a matching table to go along with it. Now, we were fortunate when we got the set that we have, and I know you saw it a little while ago. It's over this way. This particular set, we bought these at 2 different times, but they're both iron. They have been, at this point, painted a couple of times, and which is very nice because that saves you money. I mean, let's face it, for $6 or $7 spray can of paint, you can freshen up the items on your patio. And that's important. You want to be able to do that and do that easily. Now, you also want to think about the fact that you may need lighting, especially if you're on a screen porch. You may have to think about whether or not you want ceiling fans with lights, or whether you may want, now they actually have lamps that are indoor-outdoor. So you have that option. You may even opt to wire your porch. If you're at that point where you're constructing the porch, then have your builder put the types of plugs in where You can plug things in if they can stay. I know I was at a home, I don't want to call it a home show, but I was looking at a model home a couple weekends ago, and on their outdoor porch, they had actually a 65-inch television. Now, did you know that you could put your television, hello? Did you know that you could put your television on your porch, especially a screen porch? And there are special covers that you buy that when it's not in use, you cover it with the cover and just unplug it until you're ready for the next time when you're outside. And I thought, huh, that's pretty cool. So, needless to say, there may be a new addition to the screen porch, but that's an option. So, lighting is crucial. You may even want water features. You know, water features can be gigantic, or they can be little small water features that just give you the nice white noise that is relaxing. Um, we have speakers. I was trying to get the big guy to bring them out, but I don't know if he'll get here or not. But anyway, we have the indoor outdoor speakers, and they run off of Wi-Fi. So I can program music through Pandora or use Sirius XM, and the speakers project out here. So that's an option. So that just gives you a little extra ambiance along the way. You also have the opportunity of being able to change out. You know, I think it was Dee who said that she needed to replace her patio chair cushions. And, you know, since the pandemic, oh my goodness, I looked at patio cushions just to kind of give you an idea of what they would cost. For this particular chair here, the set, the orange set that you see, Home Depot wanted $70. That's for one chair. Whew, a little pricey. So what you may want to do is to try to do an end of the season purchase. Or it may be that after the 4th of July, that there may be sales, because those, I know with clothing, after the 4th of July, clothing really does start to drop in price for summer. So you have that as an option. So, you know, it's so expensive for cushions. So I was really, really, really blessed when I found these at Walmart, because for this piece right here, I didn't pay over $15. And now I'm going to be honest with you, it probably won't last as long as the one behind me, because that one is going on 25 years old. Now, the way I keep them is I keep them clean. I'm constantly vacuuming them to make sure that I get as much dust off as possible. And at the end of the season, then I bag them up and I put them away so that they stay clean through the winter, and then bring them out in the spring. So, you know, that gives you an option of being able to kind of take care of them. They won't get as beat up, and they will last quite a while. So if you take care of them, they will last. And but I can tell you, when I bought these, they were probably $49.99, right at $50. So almost geez, how much of a markup from $50 to $70? That's a lot of money. And I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Woo, that added up very quickly, because I had really considered, since I had had them for quite a while, that I was going to change out the color. But That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Not unless I can find them on sale. So I am still looking. I'm going to look in places like at home and see if I can find something, there that may be a little more reasonable. And but $70 is a little more than I want to pay for, for just one set. So that's something we work on. The nice thing about we talked about our lighting, we talked about our seating, we talked about arrangements. Now, for me, I don't do a lot of live flowers on this outdoor porch. I'll tell you why. Because during the summer, we're in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And because of that, there's no one to do all the watering. I've tried watering systems. I've done all of that. And unfortunately, I will spend the money to pot all of the flowers. And guess what? They'll end up dead as a doornail. So, I just don't want to waste that money. So I try to find flowers during the summer. I typically wait until after the 4th. And, after the 4th, the prices of those flowers are going to drop. And then I'll put some flowers together in some crucial pots and just to have a little extra color for the rest of the summer. So that's an option. Now, if you're at home most of the summer, don't do what you do. Get your flowers out if you like flowers, and certainly play around with that. Or you can even do faux flowers. I've done that as well, just so that things did not look quite as dull, because I'm a flower girl. I like the flowers, but, we want to be able to have a situation that is relaxing and one that I don't feel like that every day we need to come out, or that, if I'm on a trip, I'm panicking because I'm trying to figure out who's going to water my flowers because I know they're going to be dead by the time I get back. So I have to think about those things when we're making our plans. So even with this, planning is necessary. Okay, now we've got lighting. We've talked about lighting. We've talked about our seating. We've talked about the cushions, and we've talked about the furniture itself. So those are things that we really, that are really crucial to us. Now, something that I found that I had to be careful with, because I have 5 grandchildren who are running around. So because of that, I'm cautious with glass, because you drop a toy that's a little heavy and the glass can go crashing. Someone gets hurt, someone gets cut, whatever it is. And to be honest with you, it's usually me in trying to clean it up. So what I did was I took my glass top table that is a part of the set, and I switched it over to acrylic. And if it gets scratched, then I can go have another piece cut, and it looks nice. No one knows unless they touch it, but acrylic is a good option. And it holds up during the winter. That's not a problem. I don't have to take it off, put it away, and then bring it back out. I leave it right here. And this piece of acrylic has been here now for well over 12 years. And it still looks very, very nice. Clean it with glass cleaner and we're good to go. So we have options. I see that Carol said that she bought new cushions last year at the end of the season. That's a great time. The only problem that I find sometimes at the end of the season is that you're usually looking for a certain number. And if you remember, I was showing you as I put these cushions at the table that I could only find two of one. And I went to three different Walmarts. I could only find two and could only find two of the little barrel chair pads. So, those are things that, if you can find the less expensive items earlier, try to do that, like almost right after the 4th of July. If you have your eye on a particular pattern, then try to find it then. Denise says, okay. She says she needs a new patio set. And yes, they are expensive, Denise. And we were looking for a patio set for the beach house. And it is, they're outrageous. Even the patio sets are expensive this year. And I'm sure it's with everything else. Everything's gone up. Dee said she always has problems with spider webs on her furniture. So she has to keep dusting. I know. Now, I was helping my daughter yesterday set up her patio set, and we stumbled upon a tip. She's having problems with bees. And, our bumblebees, we need to see because they are the pollinators. And the unfortunate thing is that our pollinators are a little annoying. So when you're thinking about that, this is what you can do. Get your dryer sheets and slide them under your cushions where your chairs are, whether it's outside. And we even found that it kept the gnats away. We didn't have any flying bugs whatsoever once we put those dryer sheets underneath where they couldn't be seen. Now, it hasn't rained yet, so I don't know if the rain will affect the intensity of them. You may have to redo them after a bad rain. If it's just a little sprinkle, I don't think it'll be an issue. But I tell you what, once those dryer sheets were in place, the bees went to another place. And the thing was, they were so aggressive. We were trying to pot flowers at her house, and the bees were all in our face. They were everywhere. And, you don't want to swat at a bee. And so we put the dryer sheets out, and slowly but surely they left, along with anything else that was flying. It's the fragrance. So if you can find a pretty strong fragrance for a dryer sheet, and if it's something that you may not necessarily want to use on your clothes, then pop them into a Ziploc bag and keep them handy especially for your outdoor patio, because it will help to keep the bees and the wasps away. They do not like the smell. And I'm telling you, I tried it. It works. So just keep that in mind. So let me check my notes. Let's go over here and check the notes and see how we're doing. Now, has everyone, I know some of you are thinking about purchasing your furniture, or at least looking at it. Some of you are still working on the furniture and on the setup and trying to decide what it is that you want. And you really do need to plan, because it is an investment. This is nothing for, as I always say, nothing for wimps, because when you make that commitment as to what your outdoor oasis is going to look like, you need to stick with it. And you want to stick with it because of the fact that it's expensive. Little things you can change. You can change the table and the look of the table. You can change the little pillows on the chair. Walmart, $5. That's not a big deal. But your major items like your tables, your chairs, and those kind of things, you want to make sure that you know what it is that you want and that you get exactly what you need. All right. Now let me look at my notes to see if I left anything out. So we had 5 things. We needed an inviting seating area to make sure that we had a place for our guests. Most of the time when we're here on the porch, it's usually no more than 4. And if we have family, then that's where the numbers start to creep up. But, if it's just us, it keeps a cozy area. And so I like cozy. Our second tip was to think about greenery or flowers, whether you're going to go faux or whether you're going to do something that is live. And if you're going to do live, make sure that you have a way to water throughout the summer because those plants are going to need the water. Also, think about your lighting. And with lighting, as I'll say, and entertaining options, because you want to think about whether you want to have a television outside so you can come out in the evening and watch a movie, or whether you want to just play music. I know we have certain nights that we'd like to come out, have music, and we may even get up and dance a little bit on the porch. And so, especially if we have a group, we'll push a table back and we've got a party. And so those are things that you want to think about as you're setting up your oasis. You also want to think about the fact that we need, you want to be able to add to the decor. And so the chairs need a little touch of something. Now, whether you have to put a lot or a little, that's up to you. I change out the flag every so often. And I hang that there for 2 reasons, to be honest with you. I like the flags being there, but I also, because of the openness of the patio of this indoor porch, I want a little privacy. And so that gives me some option. My neighbor that's back there can't look straight into the porch. So that kind of gives a little shield there. So you might place yours where it's most convenient. If your neighbors next door are they're out on their porch, you might want to put the flag over here or put it in, and it's mobile because this rod that I'm using is actually a shower rod. And it goes up and comes down very quickly. But I can switch that flag out in a minute, change it to whatever theme it is that I'm going to be using here on the porch, and it makes it very convenient. Also, think about the fact that we probably eat outside, 5 of 7 days during the summer, just because it's nice. It's nice to have the sound of the birds. It's nice to have the breeze. I can turn the fans on, and I have 2 ceiling fans. I can turn the fans on, and it's very, very comfortable. So that gives us options. Tutu Loves Minnie says she keeps her outdoor cushions in the sun porch in the winter. That's a great idea. And she's talking about the cushion sets are expensive this year. So she's going to reuse the old ones. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. And oh, she said they're about to clean the outdoor wrought iron chairs. I tell you what, don't you love them? Because they last forever. Before we bought the set that we have here, we had my husband's, listen, we had my husband's grandmother's set. Now, it was heavy. It was hard to move. That's how heavy that wrought iron was. And we would spray paint it and clean it up. And we kept it until we changed states. We moved from one state to another. And the people who purchased our house wanted it. So we sold it to them. But, you know, that gives you options. You want to think about whatever it is that you put on your porch, you want it to be something that you know will survive. She says she doesn't keep live flowers in her sunroom, but she's planted herbs and some flowers out on the deck. So see, you must have an option of being able to have time enough to water your flowers and to be able to just enjoy your flowers. And see, that's really what it's all about. When you have, once you've gone through the effort of planting your herbs, planting your flowers, I want to enjoy them. You know, I want to look at them every day. I want to talk to them. I want to water them. I want to do all those things with them. And I want to see them grow. The last thing I want to do is to see them die. So I usually use some type of faux flower here because I know summer's going to be busy and we're not going to be in one place. So that gives us options. Now, so let's think about, we are just about at the point where we're going to be coming to our summer break. You know, we normally break for the summer for lunchtime. And I stay on our school schedule because I'll have the kiddos running around here. And when I'm out of town or they're doing whatever it is that they're doing with swimming and whatever, I'm right there with them. And so we break for the summer. So our last lunchtime is coming. Oh, yes, come, because we love to dance. I see that. Thank you, Madeline. So we are going to have that option of being able to do that, of being able to rip and run. So that gives me that option of being able to go and not have you waiting for a live presentation. We will go back to the live, of course, in the fall. As soon as school starts, and we'll be ready to come back to our regular live. But we will have lots of videos and other things that will be going on during that time period. So don't think that I'm stopping, because that's certainly not the case. It's just that we're going to do it differently for the summer. We're going to have a summer schedule, and I'll be posting that summer schedule so that we can all have fun and enjoy each other and enjoy the weather and our families. So I'm hoping that that's going to come very soon. Now I'm going to tilt you down because you know what time it is. For those of you who might have come in a little late, we prepared lunch today. And so we've got our table set up, and we prepared a fresh salad for today. So we're going to be putting our salad in the bowls. And let's see if I can do this without making a total mess. Salad. I'm a tomato girl, so I like those tomatoes and onions, and this is such a good time to be able to do that. All right, and I'm going to fix the second one because later on I'm going to have the big guy come and eat lunch. We're going to sit right here, have our lunch. Once we finish, the girls finish chit-chatting. Hey guys. All right, I think I want a few more tomatoes. All right, so there we go. And we're serving tuna that we made. We did a tuna salad. Put that on the side. And I'll bring you in, give you a look. Okay. I got my lemon, because we like lemon on our salad. I'm going to give another sprinkle of lemon juice just to continue to freshen it. That's our dressing. A beautiful salad. Okay. Now, the only thing I didn't bring closer, and let's see if I can get you down even closer. There we go. Now, so we have our tossed salad with our tuna, and oh, Dee, that sounds wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely. I love, love, love serving lunch or dinner right here on the deck. Today, even though it's 80 degrees, we have a breeze that's blowing, just a soft, gentle breeze, which is so nice. And while we're here, I'm going to give it a little taste, make sure it tastes good. Got that salad going. Got our tuna, because we need the protein. Oh, that's good. I'm trying. Some of you may have been green leaf lettuce people, but I wasn't. And it just happened. I was in the grocery and I saw these ladies and they were going through the green leaf lettuce. And each one of them took about 4 bags of green leaf. And I'm wondering, what in the world? So I picked up a couple. So, well, I'll try it out. It's delicious. And it's beautiful. It's a nice it's curly on the ends, but it has so much more flavor than just your regular lettuce that you might get at the grocery. And so this gives us options. Of being able to have something nice for lunch, and even if it's just you by yourself. What a nice way to spend the afternoon. Computer, if you're working, lunch off to the side, and we've got some water that's nice and cold that I can add. And so, yum, or whatever your beverage of choice is. Now, I hope you've enjoyed today. This has certainly been fun. I've had a ball today. And it was so funny getting everything set up, and trying to make sure that I had everything here ready to go, because that's what home cooks do. We plan and we try our best to make sure that we have everything prepped so that when the time comes for us to actually do what is necessary, we are able to get it done, get it done without a lot of problems and without a lot of running back and forth. So, to all of you, I pray that you have an absolutely blessed week, and enjoy yourselves. Memorial Day's coming. I've got some recipes I'm gonna be sharing between now and the weekend, so that you'll have some ideas of maybe some new things you might want to try. And we're just gonna have a good time. But certainly, I pray that you stay safe and enjoy every moment with your family and friends. God bless all of you, and I'll see you soon right here in this kitchen. And whether it's outdoor or indoor, it doesn't matter, because it's all about love. So have a great day and a wonderful afternoon, and enjoy your summer oasis. See you soon.